dimension. While it might sound strange, triple of light strength theory to require 26 space-time dimensions, and super string theory to require 10 space-time dimensions in order to be consistent. These two numbers already inferred and common often with other tetragrammaton tetractors. What is more amazing is how the linear BL manifold with really flat string theories choose resembles the two-headed clock. A dotted duality, like harmony and chaos, or possibly the outer and middle world, which are separated from being united together. In quantum physics, there is wave-particle duality.
What's up, everybody? How you doing today? Let's see who was up first in the chat today. Looks like it's Luminous Cloud talking about an iOS app. Maybe we'll take a look at it. Steve Reich, not Steve Reich. You could why not just play up on that? Why not? Just say yes. What's up, Stereo Decor? Bug Tank. Hey, it's Sutney. 343 in the house. Farning. Hello. Camel P, aka The Influence. Good day for techno. Every day is a good day for techno, and also electro. Leaning that way today. Lie Society. Mr. T is back. Surflow Sama. Glad you like the ambient electro intro. Yeah, I kind of think of it that way too. And Funk Tours in the house. 20 go to 10. Richie, welcome. And Mar. Nice crew to get started with. Welcome back all the regulars, and hello to anybody new. Let's get started. Hey everybody, it's John Selway. Yes, that's right. It's Selway's Techno and Electro Saturdays. It's Electro today. I'm going to say more appropriately, more specifically, electro bass breaks a little bit Saturday. But let's just say electro. It's got that future funk going on, right? As ever, this stream is brought to you by 343 Labs Music Production School here in New York City and in Berlin and throughout the known universe. You know, because of course, if we're online, it's all data, right? That data is just spreading out into the universe somehow, somewhere, some other culture, some other advanced civilization is picking up on our transmissions. I'd like to think so, because you know, are we really alone in the universe? Is it just us? Is anybody out there with such a huge universe? You know, there's got to be a chance, right? It's just almost endless. There may be multiple universes. There's got to be others. There really is. There really does. Sounds like a concept for an electro album. Someone's done that before, I'm sure. I'm sure Anthony Rother has written a song about it. Anyway, you might have noticed in the chat, I have a pinned, on the YouTube here, in the chat, I have a pinned comment here from 343 about our special live stream event that Christian and I are doing next Saturday. I announced it last time I streamed, a couple weeks ago now, since we had our holiday. Let's take a look at that. Let's talk about that a little bit. So I'm doing this. You know, Tronic and 343 Labs have teamed up to do this event. Tronic's helping us spread the word out to all of their followers, all of Christian's followers, and we've been talking about doing this for a while. He's been on the show with me, of course, for your free 1 hour regular sessions, and we always have a good time. We've had some of my highest viewed streams are the ones with Christians, actually. Well, also Carl Finlow and Anthony Rother, and other times I've had guests. But on the techno side of things, Christian's been one of my most popular guests, and of course we've been producing tracks together for decades now. And anyway, he and I are going to attempt we're doing like a 4 hour, like a longer stream, and we're going to attempt to start and finish mostly a track in 4 hours. And tickets have been on sale. We had some early bird tickets, which already sold out. And now tickets are $45, but there's a $5 discount with a code. So if you look in the chat, it's easy to remember. My code is Selway. I think we'll all be able to remember that. You could also, if you want, you could use Smith. You could use Christian Smith's code, just Smith, and we'll see who's more popular. Whose code gets used more, Smith or Selway? We'll see. It's probably going to be him because he's got a huge amount of followers as DJ. So anyway, I hope some of you will show up. I realize it's a little different than the usual like free hour of valuable content, I hope. But this is going to be a little bit more intimate and a little bit more deeper into the details. And, we'll try to be as interactive as we can with the chat and, answer questions along the way. Depends on, the more people show up, the harder it is to get to everybody. But yeah, give it some thought. Maybe buy your ticket and join us next Saturday. And the link is there in the chat. All right. What are you guys talking about here? Going on here in the chat. Mar, we are the Zoidnoids? Okay. Hey, that might be fun. Wait. Hold on. I'm going to mess with you here for a second.
We are the Zoidnoids. Can you hear
that? I finally got around to trying out BitSpeak, this vocal processor that makes you sound like a speak and spell from Sonic Charge. Finally, it's been out forever, but it's such like a perfect Electro voice tool, isn't it? Definitely going to play around with that. Luminous Cloud says, infinite possibilities in an infinite universe. This is true. I like to think that way. I like to remain positive about such things out there in the universe. And, right, MZK. This is a nice idea. I have to talk to Christian about this to clear it. But you're suggesting that we allow a download of the finished project. I cannot promise that because, it's very likely that Christian and I would release the track that we do. But maybe, let's think about it. Let's talk about it. I'm not saying no. Maybe there's a way we can provide it in a limited way, like because people do remix contests, right, where they give out their stems to their song, so why not? But let me clear that with Christian and with Tronic before I say yes. All right, but it's a nice idea. I like that. Definitely a good value add for your ticket cost. All right, yeah, I'm into it. I'm into the idea. No Lie Society. I did not say gnome universe. There probably is a gnome universe out there full of gnomes. But no, I'm sorry. That was really silly. All right. So what are we doing today? We are, all right, it's electro / bass / breaks. And the reason why I say bass / breaks is because the groove I have playing around with here is got a little bit of that element to it. So I kind of started out just with this 808 rolling kind of groove. All right, and let's hear that in the context of the whole beat. There's a whole bunch of layers. I know. I meant to not do as much and do more on the stream, but at least I'll talk to you about sort of my limitations I set for myself. And that's something I often do is when I'm working on a new piece of music, is to pick a set of parameters to work within, whether it's genre or workflow or all of the above. In this case, and you've seen me do this before, I'm not really doing any sound design. I'm not tweaking synths. This is picking samples and presets, and any sound design happening is going to be more subtle, and it's going to be more about audio effect processing, just to give it the right vibe that I want or the space that I want or whatever. So, a little less concerned with constructing sounds from the ground up and a little bit more about sound selection and just getting the vibe right. So let's hear what the vibe is. I definitely like the rolling bass kind of feel to this, but also I'm trying to, forgot about that. I'm also trying to keep it futuristic and tight and sharp and electroid. I just added, I was thinking, like, does it really even need a kick drum? Because an 808 is a kick, but also nowadays an 808 is a bass sound. And I'm playing a melody with this, but it's also acting like a kick drum. But then I thought, I want a little bit more punch. So I added this guy. Just like a really zappy, sharp, transient, pitch modulated kick drum. Come on, unsolo for me, please. Here we go. I've already got some stuff laid out in the arrangement view. Oh, that's another new sound. As I was thinking about what other elements do I want, I wanted some zappy, lasery, alien kind of sounds, and that's definitely fitting the bill. And I have this, that's loud. Just a little bit too loud, actually. But a lot of these sounds that I'm picking are, they're not from any kind of special sample packs or anything. They're in whatever was included in the live library, and maybe some of the packs I've downloaded from Ableton, and a few other samples here and there. But really just trying to make a specific vibe by following my ears and not being too technical about it. And I guess that then, like, how you program it, the types of rhythms and the combination of the sounds is what's going to give it the genre. All right. All right, that zappy sound. I feel like this one I want to add a little more space to. Where is that? It's like fast LFO pitch modulated kind of zappy sound, right? And it's not stereo. Let's make it stereo. Let's give it some stereo delay. Actually, let's see. Notes, turn the filters off. Quarter notes, spread them out a little bit. That gives a bit of a Haas type stereo effect on the delays. Actually, maybe I still do want that filter. Let's have it just be shiny. And less wet, so it's sort of mixed in. Now let's see if that works. Live Society says it's Silly Saturday. Selway's Silly Saturdays. You better watch out. I'll do that one of these days and you won't know what hit you. All right, I got to pay attention to that delay. like a 16 bar loop, so I have to wait a little while. Maybe I need something more reverby. I'll leave it there for now. I like this kind of low-slung, sneaky feeling that this beat has. And I'm trying to decide now. I picked out a couple of keyboard sounds to play. I have the sampled atmospheric pad sound. Which is one way I could go. I'm trying to keep this a little like deep and dark and sneaking in. It's not obviously this is not like a super peak time ravey track, right? This is gonna be a little more smooth if I start, especially if I go that way. I also found this cool preset in a live library under dark ambience and effects. I gotta say, I mean, I'm still getting used to Live 12, and but the browser with the tags, it sometimes is very helpful. I found this sound very quickly just by clicking to, choosing a type of sound and a character of the sound, and then going through some presets. It was just immediate. So we have this, what is it, Banshee's Wail. Right, so again, kind of going for the spooky, dark. Like that slow pitch bend down on that sound. That's gonna work, I like that. Every now and then. A lot of reverb on that one hit. Maybe it's a little bit much. Still not sure about the delay on that zap. Let me just kill that for a second. We'll figure out something. Just thinking about the feel of this beat. It's like there's a term for this where you have percussion that it's like everything's in series. Not everything's in series. Some of the drum sounds are layered, but a lot of times these kind of beats are made by having things not play at the same time. I mean, I forgot about that one. There's a little bit of overlap. But yeah, these sounds. Right, it's kind of a combination of both, right? So if you listen to the little hi-hats and the little small percussion sounds, they're all kind of playing off of each other, and that's what's giving it that continuous sort of rolling groove. You especially hear it if I get rid of the snare. Everything's got its own little pocket. It was funny about just I got BitSpeak. I mentioned that earlier, and I just decided to buy all the rest of the Sonic Charge plugins that I didn't already own. Because they give you like a discounted cross grade price. This is the sample I started with, which is okay. It's sharp. It's got character. It's a little cuts through the mix really well. And I was thinking I want to add some reverb or space to it. I've never used this permutate plugin before. And I just was going through some presets, and it did something crazy to this snare. I'm not even sure what's going on. But we've got... I haven't even learned how to use this plugin yet. I'm not even going to attempt to explain what's going on. But whatever this thing is doing, I love how it made the snare sound. It transformed it into something completely different, and it's got a little bit more life to it now. Okay. Awesome. There's some kind of distortion and bit rate something and filtering going on there. It's creating some new frequencies that weren't there in that snare before. Functor says it. That's right. Linear drumming. That is the correct term. You win. You win whatever. Actually, you win $5 off the live stream with Christian next Saturday. I'm sorry, that's not a real prize. You win the respect of your peers for that. So yeah, linear drumming. Definitely, I love that. You hear it all the time in drum and bass programming, and a lot of times in percussion loops for different styles of music, where you have, different sounds playing the rhythm in a sequence rather than playing all at the same time. I guess that's a simple way of describing it. Okay, so I have some... Right now, we're just kind of going through what I have and showing you what's doing what and what the sounds are. And I'm in this kind of space where I feel like I'm almost ready to start arranging, but I still want to maybe come up with some other elements to add to this, which is, that's what I'm doing here. So I have these parts that I did when I started working on it that I laid into the arrangement, and now I've added the kick today. Right, so actually, let me get rid of these things. Let's do this. Let's start just doing a basic arrangement of what I have, and then we'll see where we can start adding some things. And then, oops, wrong keyboard command. And then, of course, we have BitSpeak. And I thought it would be fun to figure out what the hell is going on with this plugin, but maybe we could decide on some phrases to record and run through BitSpeak. I love this thing. It's so cool. Let me turn the tracking off, and I added some stereo width to it. That's going. I have this whole crazy chain here that allows me to, let's see, I think I can play back the music, and you don't even really hear it coming through. Yeah. So I'm using a expander to control the dynamics, and that going in to BitSpeak, and then there's a gate after BitSpeak. Well, that's really crazy sounding. Let's turn the tracking back up and make it a little bit more easy to understand what I'm saying. So yeah, this is fun. I'm able to get the mic coming in and listen to the music without there being... I'm not wearing headphones. There's really no feedback going on. You could use this for live. It'd be pretty cool if you have the right hardware. Anyway, let's get back to actually normal speech. I thought we could come up with a couple of phrases to record and try to add to this track, because it's been a while since I've done something with a vocal, so I'm forcing myself to do it today. Maybe you guys can help. I have some phrases I've thought of, and I just want to say a few, not like a whole song, just a couple of words. I read something about brain organoids. Y'all know what those are? I thought that was a cool name for an electro track, and it's very, modern science, where they're literally growing brain cells out, these little mini brains outside of the human body, and using them to process, to calculate, to use them as computers. That's sick. There's ethical issues with that, right? Are they alive? Are they conscious? Are we forcing these conscious beings made of human brain material into being our computational slaves? Sounds like a concept for an Anthony Rother song. No, it's mine. It's mine, I tell you. All right. So anyway, I thought that would be a good concept. That's one thing I thought about saying. just saying brain organoids because it sounds electro. It does sound good.
Brain organoids.
See? It's perfect. Okay. Anyway, before we get into that, let's play around with the arrange a little bit. And we'll figure out when and where we need to record the organoid sample or whatever. Now, do we want to start with the bass? I mean, it kind of just has a good groove right away, but let's see. That would be a nice way to start. But where's the downbeat? Maybe I need like a quarter note thing in there. See, this is where arranging can help you decide what else you need. All right, having the snare in there helps to pin down where the beat is. But I feel like I want to bring that snare in. And I know if a DJ who knows what they're doing will be able to figure this out, but I feel like having something with a downbeat in there would be good. So maybe we'll just pick like a tight little hi-hats and see. What do we want? We want, oh my God. All right. Here now the browser is like failing me. I'm like, can't I just do like one shot? There we go. Sample, instrument. Yeah, see, when you're browsing not the live content, the tags don't work. You have to do that all yourself. So that's okay. Here's like a million hi-hats. I'm just gonna, instead of boring you by going through the slot machine of hi-hats, let's just go straight to a sample pack that I know has the kinds of sounds that I want. I think that will be better. Let's go into, my eyes are crossing. Where is it? There we go. Wave Alchemy synth drums again. Cymbals, closed hi-hats. They're too long. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop right there. That's pretty close to what I was thinking. It's a nice sounding sample, really simple. We'll just give it just a quiet little quarter note in the background. Or maybe it doesn't even have to be like that. Maybe it just needs to be one. Maybe that's all I needed, just to get that downbeat. Is there like an empty beat in there? Right there. That's pretty good. That's actually not a bad start, the way I have that going. Because there's the little blippy melody comes in. Maybe something happens there. And then maybe right at 17, the bass comes in. I think that'll work. All right. Keep going, hi-hat. Let's move these bass clips over and then activate them. What is going on with my grid? Jeez, all my settings are just weird today. Narrow. That's better. Okay. Ooh, I don't mind that. What else are we missing here? We have this kick. That could come in there, and then we have this zapping sound. I'm just going to throw them in there and then decide where they're going to happen. There's also these, this is a sort of a random sample I threw in there, and then I put in Fragments on it, and Fragments has a preset that like turns everything into a shaker, and it sounded pretty cool, so let's throw that in there. It's got some weird little pitch modulation going on in it. Sounds so empty without the bass. So this intro can't be too long. We want this the bass to come in sooner than later. Yeah. I don't mind that snare dropping out there. That was kind of cool. Man, this is a weird groove now that I think about it. All right, and then also, where does that kick drum come in? Where does that kick drum come in? I forgot to record it. All right, definitely don't want the weird glitchy shakers happening there yet. So that is... Let's record them in there. I forgot to do that. The snare drum makes so much sense. Like, without the snare, it's like you don't know where it goes. Okay. All right, so now they're in there. Everything's in there. Oh, I see what's happening with that. It's playing like... I was wondering, like, where's that pitch modulation coming from? And it's actually in the sample where it was playing for a couple bars and then looping, and I think that's what was going on. All right, so let's deactivate that and then figure out a little bit more of the structure. Maybe we don't need... How did I lose my hi-hat already? Where did that go? Did I also forget to record that? I did. Let's just drag it in. Sometimes producing in front of you guys, and I'm so distracted by presenting and I forget to do stuff. There it is. I see what happened. Okay, yeah, I recorded over it by mistake. Let's just drag that back. I really needed that downbeat in there. Too early for that one. I'm also going to fill this in with some atmospheric sounds, drone kind of thing. Like, I want to build up some sort of cinematic space as well. But right now, just concentrating on the structure with the beats. All right. All right. Make a little pause there. And then probably just keep the beats going rather than having a break right away. Yeah, we should keep the snare in there. All right, those are not supposed to happen at the same time. So that goes here. And that's a good place for that other sound to come in, that more zappy effect. Yeah. Okay. just keeps rolling. But we're going to have to find some other... This is where I'm already like, I need more elements. I need synth. I need sounds. I need vocals. Like a little atmospheric kind of thing happening there. I'm into that. Keep forgetting that's not a loop. I have to duplicate it. And then, you know what we forgot about? I do have other stuff. I have this, that guy. So we have to figure out where that goes. And then we have this stuff. I don't even know what notes I want to play. That should come later. That's good. Why not a fill? That's a really long release on that sound. Oh my God. Let's see what happens if we just throw in a melody right there. A little much on this fill. Simplifying that melody, or at least I thought I was. All right, we'll see. Maybe it just needs to do that once. Maybe play it again with a variation. I have an idea. I'm going to have it go down on the first time and then go end up on the second time. We'll see if that works. Maybe the snare fill is just a little bit too loud. Or maybe I could use a different snare entirely. Oop. Wrong note. Maybe. I'm maybe on that. Why not do that twice? Drop out the kick again. And strip it down. And this will be a spot for something new to happen. Yeah, I like stripping that down. That's good. Just need to get it right. This is a thing I always notice. This happens with anything with a buffer a lot of times, depending on the length of the buffer. You'll, like this, whatever this sample is running through fragments. It goes for almost another bar after the audio stops playing because of the buffer. So I have to, if I want it to stop on the beat, well, I could just automate it off. That would probably be, well, there's two ways to do it. But let's see, we can do it this way. Yeah. So I just have to stop at a bar ahead of the buffer length. The other way to do it, obviously, would be like automate the volume or mute the track or what, turn the device off. That's another way to do it. Could literally just do this. And that should, actually, no, it would be here, right? I don't know. That's it. Yep. However you want to do it. Halftime vibes. That's interesting. Okay. Let's just save myself the grief and turn it into a loop finally. Snare needs to stay. And this would be the part where we start talking about organoids. Right? Oops. That's the organoid crying because it's lost alone in the dark. That's terrible. I'm sorry. But I'm going to throw that in there. It made me laugh. Not loud enough, but almost right. And I forgot to record it anyway. Okay. Velocity sensitivity, apparently. This one was too loud. Go back down to 70 something, and this one will go to 70 something, and then maybe we'll be right. Maybe I want it to start right ahead of the beat. We'll see. A little smoother that way. Oh, I see. It's just too loud. The whole track was too loud. I like this part. This is cool. Just breaking it down like that made it stand out. Those little tricky, syncopated, linear rhythmic elements, right? Ah! Okay. Just thinking ahead about some arranging. What time is it? Oh man, we're getting close to time. If we're going to get to vocals, we better get to vocals. But let me do a little bit more arranging, a little more structuring because I'm in the zone. Well, sort of. I just took myself out of the zone by telling you. Oh, that's the upbeat. Maybe this comes back. All right, I'm a little... I totally knocked myself out of the zone. I was there and I just forgot what I was going to do. Could bring the shakery thing back. Nah, I'll wait a little bit longer. It's covering up that other cool stuff happening. We'll do it at the next change here. Yep. Melody. When in doubt, repeats. Oh. We can just drop it down again. This is flowing. This is good. All right. How's everybody doing? Luminous Cloud is totally just spitting out all sorts of ideas for lyrics. We can do it. We can. This is pretty good, right? Brain organoids, forced to boot, forced sensory, forced to compute. It's a nice little rhyme you did there. I like the idea of having AI write a haiku for us. That's also a good suggestion. Something about using AI to make Electro just makes sense conceptually, no? I mean, it's our robot overlords. That's just inevitable, right? We might as well just give in. And, all right. So let's play around a little bit with this. At least just... whether I commit to something to add to this track or not, we can just get started and playing around with this. So here we go.
Let's take a quick look at what BitSpeak is doing again. And, all right. What is happening here? We have sample rate, so I sound more like myself at a higher sample rate, but if we bring that down, then I sound like a speak and spell. That is incorrect. And that is just ridiculous, how much like a speak and spell that sounds. Oh my gosh. Alright, the frame rate, this is cool. Because you can kind of, you hear if I go up and down.
You hear the pitch. Oh man, that's trippy. That's messed up. I love it. This should just record myself making crazy noises. Who cares what I say? Just record this shit, right? Let's do it. Okay. I'm gonna resample this. Wait. I forget. You can't hear what I'm saying when the frame rate is that low. Let's resample. Let's re-record the output of this, and we'll capture the audio processing as it is. Let's turn the volume down just a little bit, and I don't know. Let's just fool around and have fun. Am I gonna play back the music? Maybe I want to do it more clean, but we'll see. Aye, that's a really loud metronome. I'm sorry. Okay. It's getting a little bit of the bleed from the speakers coming through, so that might be cool. It might give us little weird percussion noises. Alright. What did you say? What was your lyric? Let's find it. Organoids. I'm just gonna say organoids. 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 sync the frame rate. Let's make that 16th note so it'll be in rhythm.
Organoid. Brain organoid. Yeah, kind of hard when it's that slow.
It's hard when it's that slow. I'll just turn it off.
Brain organoids. Brain organoids. Forced to compute. No sensory to process. Forced to boot. This is working, Luminous Cloud. I love it. Alright.
This is fun. I love it. This is great. I'm going to use this bit speak for sure. This is great. I always wanted to be a speak and spell. So many good ideas, Luminous Cloud. I don't want to steal all your lyrics for my song, though. We're gonna have to share the copyright, and God knows that would be terrible, right? Okay, just kidding. Bug Tank is asking, did I start this song last week? No, I'm sorry. Last week I didn't stream. I started it off stream. Wow, I'm bleeding through the audio's bleeding through the bit speak here. Let me turn that off again. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I went through at the beginning just to sort of show you what I did. But generally, I promise I won't do this again. I need to like start some tracks on live in front of you guys instead of starting them during the week and then showing you what I did. I mean, I guess I just was psyched about this track and I wanted to share. But yeah, one of these days soon when we want to do another Electro show, we'll start a track more from the beginning so you can see the whole process. But basically, yeah, it's all me constructing these beats out of samples and presets. I didn't do any sound design. It was really all about the right kind of rhythms, choosing the right sounds and making this kind of rolling bass, breaky electro vibe. And then now it's going in this dark, spooky brain organoid direction. I like what's happening with the BitSpeak. I can't believe it took me this long to buy that plugin because it's awesome. And let's see. It's just hitting on 2:30 now. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with me today. This was a nice, quick, fun electro session. And I just want to remind all of you, those of you who are also into techno, that Christian and I have our approximately 4 hour, who knows, maybe we'll go longer. It's a long time to be online though, right? I mean, game streamers do it all day, so we can do 4 hours plus, right? And maybe we'll take a break in the middle and, go grab a coffee. But yeah, starting at 12 p.m. next Saturday. So there won't be a regular Selway Techno Saturday next week. We're going to be doing this. Christian and I are going to be live, masterclass, studio session, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be there making a track in 4 hours, attempting to make a track to the point of finishing it in 4 hours. So we're challenging ourselves. This is in cooperation with Tronic, and we're selling tickets. And the link is here in the chat and in the description if you want to know more. And again, there's a $5 discount on the ticket price if you use codes Smith or Selway, right? Choose which one you want. We'll see who gets the most the most people. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me today. This was great. I'm really happy about how this track is going. I appreciate all the really cool lyrical ideas, and we'll bring this track back for sure and see how it's progressing. And I'll make some decisions about the lyrics. I want to write my own lyrics. I like the suggestions, and I'm definitely going to go with the brain organoid thing because it's ridiculously crazy concept that fits a song about, for an electro song. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks very much, and see you next time. Adios.